It's me, Hetty, and what am I doing? I'm going to show you how I showed my chicken already. Now I'm going to show you how I do a Boston butt pork roast. Okay, I've got a bone in, and he's almost 7.5 pounds. You will adjust this. Sometimes you can get a 2 pound, whatever you need for your family. I'm gonna do two things with this. First of all, let me concentrate on getting this sucker in. He's big and heavy, and I've got water in the pot already to help me. See if I can get him in there without a big splash. There we go. All right, now he's in the pot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on high while I'm talking. And I'm sorry, this is a messed up rig. It's the only way I can get you to my actual stove, okay? I'm gonna go back and forth and use the rig too, of course. All right, I have 4 onions that I've simply quartered, putting them in just like that. Add 10 cloves of garlic. Now, you know I've told you we love garlic. You can adjust this, but you do want a little bit of garlic. At least 1 clove per pound. So that would have been 14 cloves, and I'm using about 10. So I just peeled them. I didn't do anything else. I just peeled them myself fresh. Okay, I have about 6 bay leaves, and as you can see, some of mine are small, so I'm just throwing them all in. I have a tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of peppercorns, and a tablespoon of salt. And I'm just going to put it in the water. All right. Now, I'm just going to take that meat fork, and I'm going to stir this. Give it a good stir. I'm going to come back in. Trying to clean up as I go. Pardon me. Now I'm just going to come and I'm going to cover him with water. Oh, about at least 1/2 inch over top. Yep. In fact, I'm going to go about 3/4 of an inch. That's about 3/4 of an inch. And since I got about a cup in there, heck, I'm throwing it all in. Going for broke. All right. I'm simply going to bring this to a boil, and I will show y'all what it's going to look like. I'll put the lid on it, help it come to a boil sooner. And when it comes to a boil, I'll come back and check in. All right? I will see you then. Okay, this is pretty simple. It's just come up to a boil. Well, it came up to a boil a couple minutes ago, and I let it go for a couple of minutes. And now, the camera's on a tripod. Obviously, you know how to cut it down. We are literally going to cut this down. Low and slow wins the race, folks. Low and slow. I'm going to let it settle down from the boil so I can make sure it's on a simmer. Right now, I've got it just down on medium-low. And I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes when it's had time to settle, because I want to keep it simmering, and I'll come back and show you when we get to that stage, so you'll know what to look for in a pot on your stove. If you're new to this, I mean, if you've been doing it for years, then you know how to do it. You don't need me. But if you don't know how simple this is and how versatile this is, I mean, you'll really want to try this. It's good meat. You can freeze it. You don't have to use it all today. Like the tamales, I'm probably going to let it cool down. I'm probably going to freeze my part that I am using for tamales. Then I'm going to take the part that I'm going to use for the pulled pork and go from there. So I'm going to get at least 2 things out of this. Okay? So again, when that settles down, we'll come back. Okay, y'all. I just wanted to show you I have lowered my heat, and ooh, that's hot. It looks like it's bubbling more than it is. And what I'm going to show you here are, I've got little bubbles coming up. Not exactly like it would be beans. I'm actually going to try to take you off of here. Sorry about that. If it was, I'm just wanting to show you the bubbles. You see that? No faster than that. I may even just barely a hair cut it down. But I actually am pretty happy with this, because this is such a large roast. So if it didn't have the bone in, I probably would have just cut it in half and done 2 pieces. But we're working with what we have, and as you can see, that's going to be some beautiful broth, which I will incorporate and use for the tamales. So when I do make them, which this is not what I'm doing today. I'm doing pulled pork today. And you'll get that recipe too. It's actually a remake of a very old video that nobody seemed to see. But it was one of my first ones, so I can totally understand that. Anyway, same good recipe. So I am going to let this go now for a couple hours. I'll be checking on it. I may even flip it. I may not. I will let you know. Any updates, I'll come back and show you. Okay, see ya. Okay, y'all, look at this. You know, my roast was big, so I'll let it go. Oh, maybe about it's been about 3 hours and 10 minutes. Low and slow. Might have been more like 3.5 hours. I've been so busy. I've been shooting 2 or 3 other videos today, so I just kind of let it go and do its thing. But I want to show you this. Just pull apart tender. Here, look at that. Now I want to show you this. Hold on, let me get this other fork. Let me show you this. That little fork didn't do it justice. Now, you know, this pork bone here, can't get it with this fork. Let's see if I can get it up and show you. Anyway, this bone is great to keep for stocks and everything else. You can bet when you see what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take half of this and make some tamales. And then the rest of this, I will freeze this broth. It's great when you're making baked beans and stuff like that. Soup, if you're making a split piece soup, you know, pork broth is perfect for that. And this bone right there, you can even, if you save your other pork bones and stuff like that, you can make a great broth with that. Just season it with onion, boil it like you would. But anyway, I'm going to take this out and I will show you after I get it out of the pot. Okay, I'll be back for one more little segment. Okay, I got it out on a platter and I just want you to see this. Tender fork tender. Like I said, I'm going to take half of this and make just a quick supper for tonight. And the other half is going to be for pork tamales. So anyway, there you have it, the basic way. Great flavor. I did sneak a peek. Not a peek. I snuck a bite off camera and it tastes so good. And I'm going to tell you something else. You could shred this and actually freeze it and it would be good. I've done it a million times, which is probably what I'm going to do with the tamale stuff because that's going to be for another day. So anyway, I'm going to finish shredding this and maybe I'm going to make a quick video for pulled pork barbecue so you can have it. All right, I'll see you next time and thank you for watching. Don't forget that like and subscribe. See you in the next video.